All right, Black Star Sports TV here. Man. Boxing. Here we go. Real boxing pickup. Real, do we get the fights that we want? Well, it's looking like we're getting a little closer to getting at least one. At least one. For a long time, Canelo Alvarez and Turki Alashiki, the guy who's basically come and taken over the sport of boxing and given us a lot of big fights, a lot of big cards here lately. Who recently just purchased Ring Magazine from Oscar De La Hoya, thank God, because I never liked the idea of Oscar having Ring Magazine. But anyway, today they're having the Ring Magazine Awards. And, a lot of people are coming, a lot of boxers are coming in town and coming in for that and everything. And I think that's good for boxing because it gives us a chance to see everybody in the business and possibly get guys in the room who need to be in the room to make the big fights. Well, but anyway, we got Canelo Alvarez here, as you can see pictured with Turki Alashiki. For a long time, he was like, man, what is he? He can't make an offer to me and, things like that, But as the PBC has been doing recently with a lot of, really don't know what's going on with PBC, man. Al Heyman is gone missing. I mean, you never seen him even when he was active, but I heard he wasn't doing well, and he must be some truth to the rumor because PBC has been pretty much inactive and just not doing anything lately. Well, anyways, Canelo Alvarez is in the presence of Turki Alashiki, and the word is that they're trying to make the Canelo Alvarez versus Bud Crawford fight. And I've been up and down and around all the ways with it. It's kind of a win-win, lose type of thing for Canelo because, coming in as the bigger fighter and, everybody knows about his power and so forth. And he's fighting a little guy again, and it's a little disappointing to me because as a fan of Canelo, I wanted him to go forward. He need to get that rematch with Bivol. Hey, fight better BF, But above all of those, man, David Benavidez, that should be the fight, man. This guy has earned that fight like no other. Why this fight's not happening and why he keeps turning it down and he keeps just, he's running from it, man. And that's where I have a problem with Canelo with because that fight needs to happen. Everybody in the sports of boxing wants that fight to happen. And we got a money guy here that could possibly make it happen, but for whatever reason, it's not happening. Now, say they make this fight with him and Canelo and Crawford. Depending on what happens there, man, if he happened to somehow lose to Crawford, now, at that point, could he still turn down a David Benavidez fight, or would he have to take it, just something to look forward to because I think it's an interesting fight, The main thing going into it for Crawford is I think Crawford is a better technical boxer than Canelo, just based on style. Because when you're a power puncher and Canelo can box some, and he's not like doesn't have skills. That's not what I'm saying. It's just the style of boxing. Whereas Crawford is more of a distance, keeping his distance, working his jab, and we all know that Crawford has an unusually long arms too. So it kind of a thing that gets in there that shocks a lot of fighters because his arms are longer than normal. And he knows how to work space and move around in the ring. And if you ever heard any of my other videos or heard me on various live streams or whatever, I always felt like Canelo's footwork has not been the best. Over the years, it's kind of deteriorated, as you can see, wears knee braces and stuff like that from time to time. But if you can keep him moving and not let him plant his feet and get set to really get that torque on his power, you can kind of wane it down a little bit. And if you move around and stuff like that, it's going to make it harder for him to do what he does. And it can come to a point where it frustrates him. If you remember in the Bivol fight, Bivol did that. But Bivol didn't just do that, though, because Bivol shocked me as well because Bivol planted his feet, went in there and just pushed Canelo and he just disrespected everything about Canelo's style and just overwhelmed him, man. And that was a hell of a performance, man. And Bivol, to me now, man, especially after watching them with Better BF, I don't know. Bivol may be the best fighter in boxing right now, I can't just say that right off because what Usyk has just accomplished. But, man, those guys are up there. And, Canelo's still there, too, but these things are still yet to be determined. I'm just throwing out some possibilities of some things to look forward to in boxing, because as of right now, man, boxing is kind of stagnant, and we need to get this thing cracking, man. And this could be one way. If he does take the fight with Crawford, it is an interesting fight. Canelo would have to be the favorite because of the power and the size and being up there. And here this is Crawford coming up, in the weight division to fight this guy. But don't be fooled, though, because Crawford has a lot of skill, man, and he's very crafty in what he does, and he knows how to read his opponent really well. And with his use of distance and making him move, that right there can almost put the fight just out of Canelo's reach if he works it right, So there's where the fight is. When you watch this fight, if it happens, pay attention to that as you watch it, because that's going to be the telltale sign in how well he does. Because if you notice when Canelo fought Charlo, Charlo, to me, I felt like he should have pushed the gas on it a little more and went after Canelo some more. He should have been a little bit more disrespectful, like Bivol was. Bivol had showed him, he had the. I mean, he's a guy that can knock people out with right or left hand, right? Tough guy, got a good chin. He didn't look bad in there with Canelo. He just didn't go for it, And if you fighting Canelo's already got four or 5 rounds on the scorecards on you when you first get in it. So you got to go in there and you got to really take it from him. And you got to have the attitude of a Bivol. Bivol showed everyone how to beat Canelo. And this Canelo, the Canelo that fought Floyd Mayweather, well, it pretty much wouldn't have mattered because it's just that skill, you see. It comes out in there. There's always little tricks of the trade that you can use to nullify certain things that people do well. And the style of fighters that we are is what make, like you always hear, styles makes fights. And those styles can give him problems. It's like the great Roberto Duran. He was steamrolling all kind of people, man. And, even the first fight with Sugar Ray, man, that was a hell of a fight, But the second and the third fight was nothing because it was all about the style. Once Sugar Ray realized, hey, man, I'm fighting the wrong fight. I need to fight my fight, do what I do well. All of a sudden, the fight wasn't close anymore. And it's just those type of things, man. It's a lot to the sport of boxing. It takes special people to actually do it. I'm excited to see it, man. I hope that it comes about because, as I say, boxing is like a desert wasteland right now for us. So if it happened, that would be great, man, and I'd be grateful to it. But I'm hoping that after this, that Canelo will go and fight those guys, because it's unfair that all these guys at 168 will never get a chance at the title with you fighting all these little guys. You got to go up there and fight them guys, man. You done made your money. You done made your mark in the sport. You're solidified. You're an all-time great. It's going to always be known. That's already done. So you don't have anything to lose moving forward. Just go do you. Go out there and fight those guys. And hey, man, go out in the blaze of glory, man. No one would ever fault you. One thing that people won't be able to say is, hey, man, they'll never be able to say, hey, he didn't fight him or he didn't fight that guy. He fought them all, man. And for that, man, there's nothing but respect. So stay tuned, and this is the word of the day. They're all gathering today. I don't know if they're going to get together and discuss the fight details or anything like that, but there's a lot of rumors going around. I don't want to say anything is factual because I don't know for fact as of yet. But stay tuned, and we'll add to it as the information comes in. Canelo Alvarez, man, he's over there hanging with Turki Alashiki, man. And so, hey, which is also comes to my mind, too, because I know they were saying that Turki Alashiki wasn't doing well, but he seems to be okay. Well, we'll see what happens, man. Stay tuned. And they'll say, hey, man, peace and love to everyone, man. Thank you. Subscribe, comment, tell me what you think about this. Black Star TV, and I am out of here.